Hello, it's ChewDog Charts, and today we're going to talk about Big Five. What we're looking at is the 20-year monthly chart of Big Five sporting goods, symbol BGFV, using real-time stock quote. And for disclosure purposes, I do not have any interest in Big Five at this time, either long or short. And I don't normally get into these situations, but there might be something interesting coming up here pretty soon. Simply, there has been a lot of short activity in Big Five over the last year or so. Price-wise, we see that in late 2016 into 2017, we went from a stock price of about $20 per share down to the current level of about $7.15 per share. And basically, over the past year, about 63 or 64% of the the float has been shorted. So, in my opinion, pretty soon here there's going to be a lot of covering that has to take place, and it may cause a short squeeze situation. Looking at the chart, we see that it has come down from the $20 per share price, and if we go down further here into the MACD, we see that the fast line is continuing downward below the zero line, midline, and may have a little bit further to go here. But over the past several years, we've seen that in 2009 it hit a maximum bottom here. In the period of mid-2011 into mid-2012, it bottomed in this area, and for the most part we've stayed above this level here. So I think that things have improved since 2009, and we might have an interesting situation coming up with regard to the short here. It looks like the histogram is fairly normal, follows along the MACD, of course, and the relative strength here shows, again, basically the trading, the oscillation has been in this trend line through 2011 to current time frame. The stochastics looks like it's still coming down. However, we're getting into the oversold territory below 20 here, and I expect that this is going to bottom out in this level here, as it has in the past several times, maybe a little bit lower in the 2008, but I don't expect to go down that far. Looking at the Williams is showing that we have hit the negative 100 level already, and it may bounce. However, there may be a little bit of sawtoothing that may occur here in the next few months or so, similar to what we saw in the 2014 to 2015 time frame. Looking now at the 2-year weekly chart, we can see that the price level is really trying hard to bottom here, and it may be doing that. Looking at the MACD also bottomed out. It's coming up here almost parallel, the fast line with the slow line. However, in these kind of situations, there's a lot of area that needs to be made up here. We're still below the zero line, and it's fast approaching that midline. But I think that this time frame has been moderately long, so I would expect perhaps that the fast line is going to come up to the slow line, but perhaps trend downward a bit, and with a little bit more consolidation. Oftentimes that happens in a case like this, where there is a relative moderate amount of distance between the fast line and the slow line. We'll see, but that's kind of what I expect. It's not time to take advantage of a short interest squeeze, but it's something that we need to take a look at and watch. And I think, as we see here in the relative strength, we did have a quick little drop here. Whether that continues or not is remains to be seen, but I think I would imagine this heading down to the 20 level in the next few months or so. Again, some consolidation. Now, with regard to the stochastics, we've seen that the fast line did cross above the slow line, say in mid-August, but we've trundled along the bottom here for the last month to month and a half, and I expect, again, we might continue to go sideways on this until it's time to turn up. And again, that's shown here in the Williams. We have bounced off of the bottom, doing some sawtoothing here for several months. So I think that really Big Five is just consolidating here, and it's got a little bit more time before it really matures. And once it does consolidate, has more time to consolidate, it will make a move, but then it's going to have to reach through some of these EMAs, particularly the 20 EMA and the 50 EMA that shows up here. But those things are going to start turning here in the next few months as well, and hopefully the stock itself is going to gain some strength with about 63-64% of that float shorted. That could be a very interesting pop in the price coming up here, I would imagine within the next couple of months or so. For now, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.